Hi everyone, Rika here, and welcome to our weekly uplift. And today we're going to be talking about being a victim and how to get yourself out of being a victim and how to not put energy into being a victim. Now, being a victim, what does that actually mean? Well, it means being affected by anything. Okay, so if anything at all in your world is happening automatically, you're a victim to that automatic experience. Okay, so when we have a belief or a story about something, let's say that we have a belief, a story, or a judgment that our Aunt Debbie is really negative. And every time we talk to Debbie, it's like, oh, here we go again. I have to experience this negative energy. And you might find yourself avoiding conversations with Debbie, trying to get her in the right mood, or maybe when you feel good enough to be able to handle Debbie. Anybody in your life that is kind of that Debbie Downer for you? Yeah. I mean, we all have people, in our lives that function from these worlds of negative beliefs and negative stories. Well, every belief, every judgment, every story makes you a victim to that belief, to that story, to that judgment. You see, we are a victim when we are experiencing life through a lens. And each one of those beliefs and stories create a lens or a filter that we then experience life through. So what if it's because of our judgment of our Aunt Debbie Downer, the negative Debbie Downer person that we have in our life? What if it's our judgment that they're negative that actually creates us as being a victim in that experience? Okay, just take a minute and just take that in. Now, the good news about this is really understanding that, wait a second, I'm not just automatically a victim to life. I'm not just automatically affected by life. It's actually my stories, my beliefs, and my judgments that allow me to be affected and a victim. Because when we understand that, we can change our belief stories and perspectives into things that actually don't damage us and don't contract us and don't give us that negative experience. So go ahead and say, I now accept the truth. It is my beliefs, my stories, and my judgments about people and life that make me a victim to people or life or your body. Right? So every belief, every story, every judgment creates you as being a victim to what you have a story, belief, and judgment about. So people think that it's the experience that they're having. I'm having a negative experience. Therefore, that's where the story came from. Right? What if it's actually the other way around? What if your beliefs and stories come first, and then the experience is something that happens through the lens of that story or belief? Yeah, it's so good, isn't it? Because, we all love being a victim, right? Oh my God, it's so much fun. No, we don't. These are the things that we actually want to shift in our world to be able to be empowered to create a life that actually works for us. Yeah? Yeah. Okay, so go ahead and take a breath and go ahead and say, I now ask that all of the energy that I've put into beliefs and stories that is making me a victim to those beliefs and stories now come into my awareness. Good. Feel all that energy coming up. Now take a breath and go ahead and say, I now ask that all of that energy be released from those stories and given back to the infinite possibilities of Source. Another breath. Just let it go. It's just a perception anyway, right? It's just a story anyway. Get another breath, letting that go. That's it. Okay, so here's your number one tool you want to begin using to get out of being a victim or being affected by anything. Did I choose this? Or did it happen automatically? Now, if it happened automatically, you just woke up and you're like, I just don't feel good. Okay, that's automatic. Or I'm just upset by this. That's automatic. If it's a trigger, that's automatic. Okay, all of that, was that created in that moment? Was that chosen in that moment? No. It's information from the past that's coming up right now in your world to actually be released. So everything automatic has a past component from it and for it. That's where it comes from, right? Yeah. Okay, so take another breath. Good, another breath. Yeah, so when anything comes up automatically, what you want to do is ask, did I choose this or did it happen automatically? If it happened automatically, guess what? It's just from a belief or a story. So then you go, what do I choose from Source's infinite menu? And that's where you begin living your life based on where you're choosing to put your energy, right? Into joy, into happiness, into bliss, into sexual energy, into fun, whatever it is that you're choosing in that moment. That's how you take your power back from being a victim and use that power for you instead of putting it into beliefs and stories where it gets used against you. All right, everyone, cool lesson today. Thank you so much for joining us. And I look forward to our next time, our next uplift. Bye, everyone.